We move fast.
Good. That's the only way I know.
Execute Order 66.
Good soldiers follow orders.
My name's Omega.
That was quite an impressive display.
Clone War may have ended. The Civil War is about to begin.
That was a spectacular episode. That was so cool. I love that they answered. I'm sure I wasn't the only one who had the question, but I feel like the biggest question going into this series was what's going on with the Batch? Where were they? What part did they have in the whole Order 66? And they smacked us right in the face with it right off the bat. I said it during the episode. Every single time I've ever seen Order 66, whether it's in a game or a movie or a show, it just gives me those feelings. It's so crazy. The fact that we saw Kanan as a child is just, it's like one of those mind-blowing moments. And seeing Saw Gerrera, I just feel like the potential for what we have right here with the time period that we're in, they've got so much to play with. I know there's going to be other tie-ins to the other content. That was really, really, really awesome. I did not expect to see the Bad Batch break up at all. I thought they were going to all stay together. And yeah, I mean, Crosshair, he's the only one that the chip worked on, and they went all in on it and doubled down, and he's going to be a problem. That dude's going to be a really big problem. And I'm really excited for this. It didn't feel like it was a 70-minute episode. That shit flew by, and it was fantastic. It was emotional. There were surprises. I love seeing moments from different points of view, like hearing the Palpatine speech about basically starting the Empire from their point of view was super cool. Yeah, it's just, I feel like the potential for what we have here is just so great. And what are we going to see? Who are they going to introduce? What stories are they going to kind of like plant the seed for that we see playing out later? It's like, are we going to see a Cassian Andor because of his show? Are we going to see a young Jyn Erso? Are we going to, I don't know. What is the deal with this little girl? Is she's clearly got some kind of force sensitivity, because you don't just pick up a blaster and just shoot it perfectly on target like that without any issues. And there's definitely something there with her and Hunter. Like, there's definitely something there. Star Wars is in such a good place right now. I love it so much. Everything that Mandalorian is doing, coming out of the sequel trilogy, and the way they wrapped up Clone Wars, which was fantastic. This feels like it's going to be another fantastic show. So excited. One thing that one character that I'm super interested in learning more about and getting more is Infant's Nest. And I'm curious to see if we're going to see her again. I don't know. I just feel like there's just, in terms of the start of like the rebellion and the start of the Empire and just so much different stuff that we could be diving into, it's just, it feels really exciting. Because again, it's animated. They could really go anywhere they want. I wonder if we're going to see more of Kanan. Yeah. Like, what else are we going to see? Like, what else are they going to insert in this show and just connect the dots? And yeah, if Omega is force sensitive, and like, obviously the Kaminoans were, is that how you say that? Is that, there was a level of concern that she bounced, and I wonder if that's going to be like the very kind of start of their process of trying to develop a force sensitive being and having that kind of link into what we saw with the whole kind of stuff with Grogu and the Mandalorian, stuff like that. We know Ahsoka joined the rebellion at some point before Rebels, so yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it is possible. And the fact that the very beginning of this episode started with Clone Wars and it dissolved into the Bad Batch logo. Ahsoka was the last, Vader was the last thing we saw in Clone Wars, but Ahsoka was one of the last things we saw kind of just leaving. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what they could potentially, like, is Maul going to be a player at all in this show? Like, is he going to pop up somewhere? Are we going to check in with Obi-Wan and Yoda at all to kind of lead into the Obi-Wan series? I don't know. The moment that they hit us with Kanan at the beginning, my brain just started exploding because we didn't know what to expect with this, and now I feel like the possibilities are just endless.